This is Dick Justice doing the video review for Transformers Beast Hunters Biggie size Predaking. I say Biggie size because this is the second Voyager Predaking, this is the larger Voyager Predaking, and this is most definitely the more simplified Voyager Predaking. But those are not as cool as calling it the Biggie size Predaking. Predaking here is a dragon. The mouth doesn't open, but he's got this big ass sword with his fart rocket, and his wings are made of this really nice durable plastic that I think I actually got some fast food packaged in once, a Chinese food container or something. So that tells you what kind of plastic we're talking about. The wings are the only part made of that. The rest of it is still a relatively durable feeling plastic. The dragon mode is very large and kind of imposing. Here he is with Pokey and the Riddler as usual. As you can see, he is absolutely massive compared to both Pokey and the Riddler. And neither of those remind me of Chinese food. Pokey might remind me of British food, though. To get this guy into robot mode, you want to remove... This thing is very, very tight and stiff when it pegs together. So you want to kind of unsnap the legs here. And then you can unpeg the sword and take the gun out of the sword. I mean, that sword is bigger than some figures, so that gives you an idea of how large it is. And you want to fold out the legs the rest of the way, and listen to those clicky joints. They are absolutely beautiful clicky joints. And the legs, the dragon legs rather, fold around back like that. But you have to fold the foot down first, because as I just showed you, there's no clearance there. So you got to do the foot first, and then you can do the dragon leg. And it does just peg right in there to kind of form the rest of that foot piece. Stand him up. Arms come down. Hands. Straighten out the beast's neck. Pull that back. Rotate his head around. Fold the wings kind of however you want them. And there we have Biggie size Predaking in robot mode with the Infernum sword and this pea shooter with the fart rocket in it. I mean, posability, considering, is actually decent. Everything is on a super clicky joint. And I mean, like, wow, clicky. I haven't seen anything that clicky in a really long time. Size comparison with the Cyberverse Predaking. As you can see, this is where he earns the name Biggie size. He really is big. Biggie sized. You can position the wings kind of however you want. Give him a big wingspan. There's actually a lot of detail on Predaking here. But I was actually surprised, because in the box there's a piece of plastic covering up the torso, I guess, so it doesn't rub the lid of the box or whatever. So you can't really tell, but he's actually pretty detailed. Down in the legs too, there's some detail. And this sword too, I still can't get over how large that sword is. I mean, the sword is bigger than Cyberverse Predaking there. So it's a big toy. It's a shame that these didn't get to be released in more places. Target sort of had the wave, but it's mostly been a discount store wave. And if you can find one, it's worth picking up. If you can't find one, I think there are other Predakings available. The big target one, whatever that one was. This one's pretty cool. I think I'm going to just leave him as a dragon on a shelf somewhere if I have room for him. I'm actually kind of impressed, considering I was expecting this to be the Cyberverse Predaking, just bigger, and they feel kind of the same, but they feel kind of different too, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's the same as much as like G1 Optimus is the same as the world's smallest Optimus, if that metaphor comparison makes any sense. So this is Dick Justice bringing you Biggie Size Predaking.